Black people are killing black people, right?
At the same rate of everybody else.
White people. It's the same concept.
It's just who
then,
talks
all
about
right,
it.
that's cool, but I can't talk to what white people do to white people. That's not my business.
We're talking about the police interacting with them and what they see, which basically is if everyone else is killing each other the same, but they choose to magnify this one more, it's a problem.
But if you have all these examples that I just gave you in these smaller communities where it's mostly, and I even said small, large communities, because most of Brooklyn, nigga, Brooklyn is big as shit.
Yes.
You can go from Flatbush to East New York to Brownsville to Canarsie to the fucking pink houses. You go all over and you get in the same calls for the same shit.
Yeah.
So when you see that happening consistently, why would you want to take that behavior and put it in a neighborhood where something's not happening? Now, I'm not saying that don't mean that that's going to happen there. But if your point of reference is like, yo, this shit always happens.
But that goes back to what we was just saying. Basically, if everything is happening the same when it comes to the proximity of the people, but this is the one that they choose, of course that's what they're going to do. But if you were showing all the white people, or if you were showing, if Asians were killing each other and they were showing them that, they would look at that. Same way when it was all these movies with karate, everybody assumed everybody who was Asian knew karate. It's what they show you and that's what you think. So
I mean, didn't their culture create karate?
I have no idea, bro. I'm just telling you what they show.
Are they not part of the Asian culture?
They are.
Yeah. Okay, so
it's just
yeah.
Yeah, but when you say that, then someone could say, who created the gun culture? It ain't black people.
It ain't black people.
No, it's white Americans.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all about what they show you. So it's like now, like in Philly, bro, it's so sad. People talk about the 500 people that died this year from gunshots, blacks. The saddest thing for me is seeing all of these poor white people that are dying of heroin from fentanyl.
That doesn't bother me.
I mean, listen, it doesn't bother you.
You choose to do drugs, you're looking for a high.
It's not that easy the way that you look at it like that. I'm not saying that.
He's just trying to make a point.
I'm trying to show you. They're showing that. But the big fucking problem is that it's and a lot of them are well off.
If you want to shoot heroin, my nigga, shoot your heroin. That shit don't bother me.
Even that is a layered conversation.
It's not layered. You want to do drugs, do drugs. Why is that my problem? Like that you want to do drugs. It's not my business.
What does that have to do with them dying from like fentanyl? What does that have to do with the kid that walked to the store and he got shot by a black kid? It's like, yeah, well, you just want to go to the store. People are shooting. You should just stay inside.
The main
like,
thing is that
it's a bigger problem.
Prejudice, racism exists, and most likely cases.
Someone taking someone else's life is a whole different thing from.
It's a likely case. That's
you
why
out looking for a fucking high,
not
bro.
only from what I've seen, but personal experience. I'm driving, I get pulled over. Oh, you spit a description. That's from the top that we talked about before. I get pulled over. Oh snap! I'm in in a predominant Caucasian neighborhood, and the person just pulled me over because, hey, what is the chance of a whole bunch of black people in the car doing it in a neighborhood like this? Mm-hmm. Those things exist, so I don't want to.
Yeah, but when it happens, then what?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? It happens, okay, then what?
But that's part of the uneasiness.
It's not uneasy. I live here.
That doesn't mean that it's uneasy.
But how is it uneasy? I fucking live here. What are you talking about? Like I live here.
What do you
live
mean?
here.
Because
like the dude that was trying to fight me by my crib.
Yeah.
I live here.
Okay, so
what's the problem?
What does that mean?
Where's the uneasiness of dealing with cops in your neighborhood where you live?
Okay, so do you hear what he's saying? What's the black dude?
These things exist. You just gotta like.
But you can't say that it doesn't make you uneasy. Like that doesn't make sense. So it's like, yeah, I'm in a war. So because I'm in a war, that means I'm not anxious that I might die. Like it's just regular. Like what are you saying?
Yo, my nigga, who told you go to war?
Like
we had a war for peace.
What's the dude's name? What's the guy's name with the afro? What's the guy with the afro? What's the teacher?
And pension? No, nigga.
What's the name of that teacher who has the afro? He's an older guy. He was in one of the Matrixes, and he was Obama's boy. He was Obama's friend. He's a black dude. He's a teacher. He teaches at Harvard, and he was trying to get into his door in like Boston or some shit like that. I think his name is Clarence. He's a scholar. They didn't think he belonged here. They arrested this guy, son. He was trying to get into his own house.
You gotta explain to me.
You know what I'm talking about? This is an old black guy like a fucking professional. That wouldn't have happened if he was white.
Because they don't know.
So you can't say where's the
Because they don't know
uneasiness.
You talking about Cornell West? That guy?
Yes, Cornell West. Like, bro, dude, he's at Harvard. He's a teacher.
We're not saying that these things don't exist.
But you can't say that there's no uneasiness. It's like the guy who got shot. Like, he thought he was doing the right thing. He got shot in July something, and he told him he had a gun.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
And he told them that he's going to open it. They still shot him.
Yeah,
he was anxious.
But he shouldn't have told me he had a gun. I already made that.
I understand that, but you're
like,
saying
you gotta read the
yeah, but
room,
you
bro.
cannot. But you see, this is what I'm saying. Whenever you're speaking about the things, you dismiss the human aspect of it.
I understand what
you're
you're saying.
human and you have instinct.
But the only thing that's gonna
Like anxiety is a real thing.
But
son.
the only thing that's going to change these things are opposite examples of what triggers these situations in the first place. So we can say whatever we want. If we're not doing different while making it look the same, if that makes sense, then we're not gonna get any end results. It's just gonna be the same shit.
It is gonna be the same shit, but I think you can't dismiss.
I don't even think, I'll be honest with you, and this is gonna sound like people are gonna probably think I'm crazy for this, but I don't think even if we change and we do different, it's not in
our lifetime.
No, it's fuck the lifetime. It's not in their best interest to look at us as equal anyway.
Never.
We're not looked at as equal. And we never will be.
But who cares?
No, you have to care because
no, I don't.
Well, here's the reason why.
Because
Let me tell you why
no.
you don't have to care, but I'm just gonna tell you. No, your point. You said we have to do different.
Adjust, my nigga.
If we do different, we're not gonna get different. I'm gonna tell you why.
Why?
Because we're not looked at as equal.
I don't agree.
If you look at us equal, listen,
I don't agree with that. I don't agree.
Looking at us as equal
Yeah,
is
bro.
bad business. It doesn't make money to look at us as equal.
All right, well, you could stay with the conspiracy
It's
theories.
not conspiracy. How much of us are in fucking
No,
prison?
no.
How
Listen,
many Latinos
let me tell you
are in
something.
But how many private prisons is big business, bro? And we feeling the shit. And we feeling the shit. Look how many of us
Are you in prison?
How many
Are
of
you
us?
in prison?
Look how many of us
Are you
in
in
there.
prison?
It doesn't only have to be me.
I'm
It has to
asking
be
you
there
a question.
tomorrow.
But why would you be there tomorrow?
Bro, anything can happen. Anything can happen.
Laquan, how old are you?
Let's be real. It doesn't make a difference.
How old are you,
It doesn't
Laquan?
make a difference.
Laquan, how old are you?
Saeed, it
What
doesn't
does that?
make a
What does that
difference.
mean?
You've been living for this
It
long
doesn't
and
make
you
a
haven't
difference.
made it into a prison.
It doesn't make
It's
a
not by
difference.
accident. It's
I get
because
it.
you're
It doesn't
doing
make
what
a
you're
difference.
supposed to
There's
do.
still
What are you
people in
talking about?
prison that are innocent in prison.
Word, there's a
Yes,
lot
but
of
that
people.
is a small percentage of everyone that's in prison.
And that's also a small percentage of the people who are
Then
doing
how
the
do you
bullshit.
decide?
It's
But
still a percentage.
business.
It's still a percentage, regardless.
It's still business. It's
bro,
still big
everything is a
business.
business, bro.
That's what I'm telling you. But us being looked at as equal, making changes, they might help us amongst ourselves, but in the bigger picture, it does not help us.
But you can't help nobody until you help yourself.
I don't
Right,
think anyone will ever look at us as. I don't
we
think.
can agree to disagree on this.
I don't think anyone would look at us as equal. I think that we can change how we look to other people.
I
if
don't
we
want to
alter-
be seen as equal.
I
I don't
just-
give a
I
fuck
just-
about that.
I don't
That
care
doesn't
either.
matter.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm
It
saying
doesn't really fucking matter. No, really think about it.
I'm not talking about it.
When a nigga like Jay-Z comes from
All I
Brooklyn,
care-
hold on, when a nigga like Jay-Z comes from Brooklyn, sells all these fucking drugs, sells all these fucking albums, cleans up his life, does philanthropy, does all this shit, he's a fucking billionaire. Who the fuck cares if they see him as equal, nigga? His legacy lives and his fucking wealth is transferred to more black kids, which is his kids, who can then continue more fucking wealth. He created a Rockefeller for real by just doing shit. He didn't give a fuck about being equal, my nigga. Like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't
You
care to
think
be
that's an
equal.
anomaly?
When a
at
nigga
all.
like Puff is a billionaire, who cares about being equal?
You don't
When a
think
nigga like Mayweather makes hundreds of millions of dollars and takes care of all these people and he's gonna pass that on to his kids and hopefully give them the knowledge to carry it on, and he owns fucking skyscrapers in New York, who the fuck cares about being equal?
I don't really care about.
What
being
does that
equal.
matter?
I think what everyone
Come on,
wants.
man.
I don't care about being
I think-
equal. I
I
just care
think-
about being respected.
But
yeah,
that's-
exactly.
that's-
Yeah.
that's a better
Bro,
phrase.
but what
Yeah,
is
respect.
respect though?
What is respect will stop you from getting shot when that other motherfucker won't get shot.
Yeah.
That's what respect does.
Have you been shot?
Bro, you see, you're
I'm
not
asking
entertaining
you
the
a
actual
question.
No, I haven't been shot, but you're not entertaining the question. Because like I said, we can get shot before our white counterpart gets shot.
My nigga.
Because of respect.
And if my auntie was a nigga, she'd be my uncle. That doesn't matter then. I
What are you
can't
talking
worry about
That's
that.
not real life. life.
That's not realistic. That's not
It's
realistic.
like, you're living in your bubble, bro.
But you in your bubble too, because you don't have those problems.
I'm not living in the bubble. I'm looking at it for more of humanity. I'm looking at it for our people. I'm looking at
Do
it
you
for my
think they respect
I can live in my bubble,
Jay-Z,
but I choose not
Mayweather,
to.
all
I
these
just want to
guys
go get
because
some
they're
French
black?
fries and chicken
You
wings,
think
my
they
nigga.
respect them because they're black?
I just want to go get some fries with ketchup and barbecue sauce. I mean, when y'all niggas is done, I'm ready. Like, I just want to go get some. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Send us out.
but
I think with
you
what
think
I
they're
think
respected because they're black?
You said what?
Do you think these guys are respected because they're black, like
What does
Jay-Z?
What does them being respected matter? That's what I'm trying to tell you. You're looking at it from a small point of view, and it's not. The grand scheme of things, it doesn't fucking matter.
it does.
How,
If
like,
you're talking
what
about
are you talking about?
if
What
you're
is your
talking
grand
about
scheme?
if you're talking about the grand scheme of things, then it does matter. If what you're saying.
How
because,
does it
because
matter?
now
Because if that was the case,
listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
I
Because
was getting chicken
listen, wait. Because what happens is it's not about Jay-Z. It's about Jay-Z's nephew that they don't know is Jay-Z's nephew that can be driving, that can probably be shot because of a way of thinking. If we don't all try to change a narrative of how they look at it. Wait. Think about it, right? When somebody's gonna say something about gays, whites, or whoever, they already know that if they say something, they're all gonna get together. Even if they don't like them, they have to respect them because they already know that something might happen. So they don't look at us like that because we don't all stick together. If we all look at ourselves as only individuals, because you can look at yourself as an individual and a part as a group at the same time. But if you only look at yourself as an individual, later down the line when they don't see you, your friend or the person that you care about can be fucked up off of the system that you didn't give a fuck about. That's what's gonna happen.
The only reason why them looking at you as an individual and them looking at your counterparts different is because your counterparts need to take the same amount of initiative that you're taking as an individual.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said
hold on.
together.
And they need, listen, it's very simple. It's very simple fucking mathematics. You have 10 people, right? Instead of 10 people waiting for this one person to do it and put them all in position where everyone is looked at as equal, if all 10 of them did the same work, that's way more fucking groundwork and way more power as a collective. That's all I'm saying. So if everybody worries about themselves, no. If everybody worries about themselves and does what they're supposed to do, it's going to be inevitable that as a collective, we will get the respect. Because guess what? When you're finished doing all your work and you look to the left of you and you look to the right of you and you see everybody else is doing the same work and we're all advancing together, how will you not respect it? Because I'll tell you this much. No matter how you slice the cake, those people that I just mentioned, like 50 Cent, Jay, Hove, Jay, Puff, Mayweather, those people are respected because if they weren't respected, they wouldn't be in the positions that they're in today. Now, do they respect the people that are next to them? Like you said, probably not. But if the people next to them were working just as hard, then it's 10 times the amount of power. I don't understand what's so hard about that.
But why are they respected?
Why they're respected? It's what they provide.
Okay. As a person, as
a person, as a business, it's what they provide
so
to
their
whatever
success and what they do is why they're respected, right? Well, that's specifically
yes, but is that right? No.
But they also represent us, right?
Right.
So if a normal black person who has a normal job walks around, are they going to be respected the same way as somebody of a different race?
Probably not. But this is why I say
why?
Because that's just the way the system has been designed, which I understand 100%. But that's why there's no room for us to be fucking around. There's no room for us to be playing games.
I definitely agree with what you're saying.
And,
I just want to
coming
see
from you,
my point.
Nigga, you just flipped a fucking, almost $1 million house? What the fuck are you talking about? Are you fucking sitting around?
Us here right now is
No. We don't talk about us. We're talking about you now, nigga.
Okay,
you just flipped almost $1 million fucking house, right?
Yeah.
You're black, right?
Yeah.
Your parents came here. They wasn't born here, right? So how the fuck you was able to do it?
Because I'm me.
Oh,
as an individual.
Okay.
Who said that you couldn't go?
Okay.
But who said that you couldn't do it, though?
Damn near. Hold on.
At all.
Damn near.
Hold
on.
I walked up the block after move around Bloods,
Okay.
Crips, all these bunch of cars. But me, I'm me.
Almost 800 credit score damn near, probably 830, 850, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Right? Why?
Because of my personality.
No, but why didn't the system stop you from doing that?
But
Because
nobody's
of
saying
my
that.
I'm
personality.
not
Nobody's
talking
saying
to
that,
you.
though. But what's the point of what you're saying?
I'm not talking to none of y'all. I'm talking to you. See the way my hips? Look at where my hips are facing. Look at my hips. Look at my hips. I'm talking to him. My hips is facing this way.
But I've also faced all those stereotypes.
And you still.
Because of my
But who said you can't, though?
So then,
But now, I don't
so then what's the
expect everybody to
problem?
have my
So what's the problem
personality.
then? So what's the problem then?
What do you
There's
mean?
no problem with me.
The problem
I'm talking about us as a
the
culture.
problem is that
Yo,
he could just
unmic me.
the
Unmic me. I don't wanna talk no
the
more.
problem is
Unmic me. I'm
the
done.
problem
I'm done.
is
I'm done.
nah,
done.
listen, the
I'm
problem
done.
is
I'm done.
the fact that him doing what he's doing,
I need
his,
fries and
himself,
wings, man. I
he
need
can
fries
just
and
come
wings.
from that closing. He could just come from the closing and then get pulled over and treated like the kid who just did some other shit.
All right.
That's what's wrong with
I
it.
hear you. All right.
Because you know why? Because they're going to show the kid that does the fuck shit more on TV than him who's doing that. That's just what it is. We're talking about perception and how people are looking at things.
Yo, bro, let me
You're
tell you
making
something.
it seem
Let me
as
tell you
if
something.
it-
Let me
it's
tell you
like-
something. If I'm in a white neighborhood, bro, right? And I'm driving around and I just finished flipping $1 million house in that neighborhood, and I got that paperwork, nigga. Officer, I own this house. I just flipped out. I shouldn't have to explain that to you.
But they shouldn't have to ask you if that's your house.
But
But
just my arrogance alone and how I'm talking to you, nigga, you know what's going on, bro.
Yeah,
Like, there's
and
nothing
now,
to talk about.
and just him saying that, just you saying that can make him feel like, well, you know what? I smelled weed in your car. Just for
All
doing
right,
that.
so you smell weed. So what? I'm gonna do 100 years under the Bing for weed? Fucking search the car, nigga. Like, yo, I'm done.
This makes sense.
I'm done. This makes
I'm
sense.
done.
I wanna talk.
Niggas playing
I want
drugs
my
on people
wings.
and all of that.
I want my wings.
Yo,
I want
fuck it,
my
give me some
wings.
wings. Come
I
on,
want
man.
my wings,
Come
my
on.
nigga. I'm done.
Now we wrapping this up. This guy is outrageous.